Welcome to our fucking podcast, y'all.
Welcome. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know you hit record. Are we recording?
We are recording. So,
Hell
hi,
yeah.
welcome to Cannabis Confessions episode.
Yeah.
This is going to be, I know this is a new segment that we're rolling out, but we're going to
hmm
dedicate a whole episode to it here so you guys like can understand what the concept is. We actually asked our fans to write in, so we hope to do this kind of over and over
Yeah.
um as, as we continue to grow.
Yeah.
So, Cannabis Confessionals, like, where did we come up with the idea, Keats? Like, just kind of doing our thing, right? Like,
Yeah, I feel like we had kind of been like, ooh, like, what if because another segment that we'll introduce later on was like the most high, which we had talked about of this, like, something that's iconic from the week or from the month that has been like impactful in the space in some way, whether that's like a person or like something that happened. And so I think we were just like, ooh, let's try to kind of think of other segments of other topics. But I think something like a confessional of like, I apologize for my sins. Like, I think that's really cool because I think we all have stories like that. And yeah, when we reached out on Instagram, everybody kind of took it the same way that I thought they would. And, we've got some kind of crazy confessions for you guys for sure.
and this is, I mean, like, this is what we're talking about. Like, we're talking about like a free smoke environment. That's what our ultimate goal is with like starting the conversation with this podcast. But like,
Mhm.
there are so many stories where like I almost got caught by the cops and I could have been put away for life, like fucking life. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh my
depending on
God.
or
Where you
where
are in the world. And yeah.
so incredible. And like I feel like you had mentioned, like I feel like so many people have these stories. I mean, I definitely have a lot of them, and like God bless that I have not gone to prison
Oh
because of
yeah.
like
And
because it's
actually, now that I think about it, I do have a story, but we'll see if it makes it into the episode.
all my stories involve the cops. So and that's kind of like what my confession is. Like you said, like
Yeah.
father sinned and like but I got
Forgive
away,
me, Father.
but I got
Forgive
away.
me, Father.
So yes, for I have sinned. So my number one cannabis confessional is the time that I brought weed to court. So to give you the context, this would never happen. Like I would never do this, right? Like it's like it was
Sarah.
insane. So I didn't know I
Okay,
had
but
it.
in court where? Like where in
So I'm in New Jersey. It's full. This is years ago.
Wonderful.
I'll have to talk about what year it was, but like this was years ago. Going to court with my mom. My mom had gotten like a ticket. So I wasn't even going to court for myself. I was with my mom and I was there to just like for support. And I went with her and you go through the security when you get to court and you give them your bag and you walk through. Right. And they do that. So here's what I get to the courtroom. I'm doing all the things. I got a big bag, my big black. It was a Jessica Simpson, like leather bag, had like a big inside, pockets all over the place. It was a big bag. And I think it might have been the thing to save me, but it was a big bag. So I go, like I said, metal detectors, give them my bag. They're rummaging. Like I actually opened it to them and they rummaged through it like with a pencil, like inside of what I was showing them. So they like went through it, handed it over, went through the security, went into the court and put my bag down. And I put my bag down and it like folded a little bit open, loose eighth loose eighth all over the place. It reeks. It smells so bad. I really like on my chair and I was like, oh my God.
Wait,
I was,
so could they have like they're moving around with they don't see this like flower loose in the
it,
bottom?
I didn't see it. I didn't think I had
Illegal.
that on me. It was like loose. Like it was like not even shake though. Like straight up nice nugs.
Nugs.
Like nice nugs. Like these are like nice nugs. And because I remember it so vividly, my heart stops, my like face sinks. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, I'm already in. So do I just zip the bag up and stay?
I'm already sweating.
Yeah. So like I'm also sweating. It's hot. If you are ever chilly though, get yourself a Pot and Podcasts sweater to keep you warm. But So I'm like, what do I do? Right? Do I leave? I'm already in. What do I do? I got to like pass them on the way out. I have weed. I'm in court with my mom. So like, I'm like, again, I was like with my mom. Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, I decide I'm going to zip that shit
You're
up.
not
I'm going
the
to
only
go.
one that can get in trouble at this point.
I'm just going to be like, step right up. You're already here. Just come right up and we'll just put you right away. So I decide I'm going to leave. I'm going to go put it in the car and come back. Like I'm going to leave the whole bag in the car, bring my cell phone, whatever, into court and like count my motherfucking blessings. And that's what I did. And to this day, probably the craziest thing, like this is why like I'm such a believer, but like I'm just like that someone's looking over me, you know, like they didn't see it. They didn't see it. They were cops rummaging through my purse with a stick and they didn't see or smell it or anything. And I just was totally fine. Live to tell the story. Here I am today.
Oh,
Absolutely insane.
that's crazy. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I also have to play devil's advocate and say that the security guards are probably high as fuck. And they are probably
God bless.
excited about what's going on and not giving a shit. As long as I don't see a big revolver in the bottom of your bag, we're chilling.
So that's supposed that like if that's how it was, like God bless that guy. Like for real, I really
God bless
appreciate
your
it.
soul.
Like
God bless your
really
soul.
appreciate it. I was a young lady and it really could have derailed some stuff, you know, like I really could have
Yeah.
gotten in trouble. Like, you know, and that would have been I mean, like, here are the headlines now. Girl walks into court with loose bag and like loose weed in her purse. Like it's like what would you even say in your own defense? Like, you know what I mean?
No, there is no defense.
There is a defense.
That's not mine. That's not my bag.
Oh,
That's not my bag.
that
I don't
is my
know who
ID.
put that on my arm. It is not my ID. That's not me. That's not, my name is not that.
I have to be like, help me! Someone's making me take this in here.
Oh
Like,
my God.
like
It
crazy.
was a bribe. It was a bribe from a judge. It was a bribe.
Literally, it was absolutely reckless. And I was a very young person, and I would have gotten in a lot of trouble. So that would have sucked.
Mistakes happen.
They really do. And
Shit
like, I guess
happens.
you know, here's the thing. I guess I didn't learn my lessons because I have like two other stories very similar. Well,
Oh my
one
God.
time I used to drive with Dale. So like when I used to first start selling alcohol, I used to drive this, I called it a rape van, and his name was Jason. So I drove a Ford F-150, which is like the sliding door in the back, like, you know, like I'd call it a rape van. You know what it looks like.
Yes.
It was navy blue. It was called Jason. And like, it was hilarious to just drive this. It was my company car. So I used to drive it around all the time. And like, I one time was at a BJ's and like this kid like was in the cart, in the shopping cart with his mom. And he like pointed at it and was like, it was like a rape, like a kid's like, no. And
Oh
it's
my
just me
God.
up on my big ass truck. So Jill used to go to school. My friend, my bestie Jill, used to go to school where I worked. So it was like an hour away from where I lived. So we would like drive together. Like I would go drop her off in the morning to school, go do my route, and then we'd drive home in the afternoon. And we would like wake and bake on the way up, get Wawa, and then, you know, chill and cruise on the way back. And
Yes.
we got told, and like, you know, this one road, what was the road? It was like Church Street or Camden Avenue. It was like a really like major connecting road in our town.
Gotcha.
And not like a highway, but like a town road that was like, you know, brought this point A to point B. And everybody, all of a sudden, like the cops started, like end of the month, started like radaring like speed. So parents were telling us like all the time, like, don't go over 40 on that road. Right. And I've
Ruh-roh.
heard it a million times, I swear. That's another reason that like this is a confessional because I knew that. But like, so I'm getting told by all the parents they'll be speeding on this road, and I'm just cruising with Jill on our way home. And Jill lives like on this road, and two, we're like 4 minutes, 30 seconds from her house. Not even 4 minutes. We were literally like 30 seconds from her house. 30
Oh,
seconds. So We're cruising down and I'm like, oh shit, by the time I clock my own speed, I'm already going over and I see the cop on the freaking road. And we have like a bowl, like Jill has the bowl in her hand. In her hand.
Oh
And I'm
my,
like, so
oh
we're
my
like
God.
currently smoking, big van, windows up,
Oh
like,
my
you know,
God.
van.
Yeah.
We're smoking bowls we're smoking bowls.
So
So
it's
like,
gonna reek.
almost scared to roll
It's
down the
gonna
window
reek.
for the smoke to come out. But that's like my first thing that I do is I got to roll the windows down. Oh my God. I have another. Oh my God.
Oh
This
my
is even,
God.
I
This
just
is
thought I
even
would even,
juicier than I thought it was.
I even just thought of a better story. So I'll tell them like almost both at once, but here I go. I'm going down, I'm in the rape van. I'm going down the street with Jill. We're getting pulled over. And because we were going like 40 and a 25, we're getting pulled over. And I'm like, fuck, she has the bowl in her hand. And I'm like, oh my God. Um, I'm like, Jill, we're getting pulled over. And she's like, oh shit. And like, she's not doing anything with it. And I'm like, Jill, get
She's
rid of the
too
bowl.
high.
And she was like,
She's
oh my
too
God.
high.
She chucks it on the floor in front of her. So the cop comes over to her side and is like, you know, how fast you're going. Oh my God. Sorry, officer, whatever. You know, like, regardless, he lets us go. But Jill just threw the bowl on the floor. And again, we were like baking a huge van, had to roll the windows down. We're like high as hell coming home from work. Like she's in dental scrubs. I don't know. The guy let us go. It was like 5 or 6 o'clock, right? Like end of the day, he let us go. Thank God. Thank God. Jill, like last second threw the bowl, like clink, 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 could have shattered the glass. Like, you know, like it was like a metal
Oh my
floor of a
God.
van.
And also like people like you gotta keep your fucking cool.
Like it's hard. It's fucking
Keep
hard.
your cool.
Switch to the even better story that I
Oh
thought of mid
no.
sentence. One time I was leaving a Louis G's event, my own pizza truck. Where like I worked all day and I was like ready to get lit. And I'm smoking bowls as I'm driving, like literally going down the road. Ting, ting, turn onto this residential street, blue lights, and I'm like, oh my God! Again, my car rolling the windows down immediately. I had just worked, like I had no idea what my face looked like. Like I had just worked, like
Oh no.
still in my car. I just pushed the bowl between my thighs and squished it with
Was it
my
still lit?
with my thighs. No, I didn't like burn myself or anything like that, but I was
Okay.
like, what am I going to do with this so that it doesn't smell? And then I can get through like 2 cops on each side. I pushed it through my thighs. I was like, I'm all like literally the guy, like I had to like put my registration like on the window because I was shaking so hard. Like I was literally like, if they asked me to, if anybody would have ever in any of these instances asked me to get out of the car, the end, the end. Um, you know, like at all. So that one was actually when I was like,
Oh
oh shit,
my
that
God.
one
So
where
what
I was,
happened? So they
they
pulled
let
you
me know
over.
didn't have my registration for my car was expired. Like I had no idea that you had to register your car every year in New Jersey. It's like, what a pain in the ass.
Oh my
Um,
God.
every single year is such a pain in the ass. Like no other state
Give
does
me a
that.
fucking 5-year thing. This is
Right. Like,
dumb.
what the fuck? It's every single year. Fuck off. But I didn't even like, I had no idea. And I got pulled over like, so randomly on a residential street. It was like, fuck. I mean, I just pushed it between my thighs. Thank God my thighs are thick, like to my thick thighed lady. My
Thank
goodness.
God.
My
Yeah, you
goodness.
never know. Be grateful for the thick thighs. You never know when you're gonna need them, folks.
Thank God. Literally.
Wow. I would also be terrified. Listen, like, you know, mind you, I think that like we also forget, like I would get nervous for like a second and then I always remember that people don't fucking know. Unless it's my fucking brother who's like, you're high as fuck. Like, they don't know.
Yeah, it's so true. We're like, I always say too, like, it's like I present myself high. Like I present myself
Yeah.
this way. So like, this is the way that I am.
Yep.
Like this is just the way that I am. Like if this
Yep.
is my prescription, I take it in the morning, take it in the afternoon, I
Exactly.
take it, like
Fuck
as
yeah.
for my doctor.
Yeah.
Shout
As
out
recommended and prescribed by my doctor.
my doctor. Shout out to Dr. Zan. Like
Shout out.
Shout
Oh
out.
my God, Queen, I don't know how you've done it. It's times like these where I'm also like, I also think that as much as now I would be able to keep my cool, if I was 16 smoking this weed, there's no way.
Like,
There's no
it's
way.
unbelievable the life experience that you'll get. But
When
here's the thing,
doing illegal things.
but here's the thing, like this is what's so funny about it now is that especially in New Jersey, fully recreational today. So I
Yeah,
tell
of
you,
course.
I was in New Jersey every time these stories go down, and now I can just go to the store. Last time I went home, I just bought it at the store.
Yep.
As you can see on our Instagram posts, like Jersey
Yeah.
recreational, what's popping? Pretty good. I was impressed. Prices are high, but
Hmm.
fully recreational now. And
Yeah, what did we say the prices were? I feel like we talked about it at some point, but
I bought a $32 like moon rock joint. It was a 1 grammer.
just
Pretty
one?
just one. It was like
Jeez.
$35.
So
Yeah.
$35, if you're getting that, you're getting like an infused
Premium
blunt, and it was, yeah, but like
diamonds or whatever like in
just
it. Yeah.
but the joints that I know of are like at least 2 grams of flour.
Yeah. This was like one.
Did
Um
it get you high as fuck?
yeah, well this was the one where I was like outside.
You had to.
Remember I had to get rid of it because I was all again in a place where you can't be smoking it. Oh my God. Listen, shout out to Philly. We're talking about New Jersey. Shout out to Philly. Like, you guys need to get your shit under control because it's so stupid that I went to New Jersey, I got the weed, I went back to Philly, I put it in my pockets and tried to bring it places. And they were like, ma'am, you can't have this. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, it's not, it's like medical. Like, do you have your medical card with you? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, ugh. I'm like, what the fuck? It's
What?
so
So
stupid.
it's not recreationally legal in Philly?
In Philly, it's only medically.
That's insane.
It's so ridiculous. And
Also,
I'm
like,
like,
why are they searching your pockets? What's in your pockets?
I know, I was going bowling. I was going bowling, and you know what was in my pockets? A bunch of fucking joints, a $32 one at that I had to go walk out and throw out all the fucking containers, stuff them in my fucking shoes, and walk back into this bowling alley that wanted to do like a colon cleanse for me to get in.
Jesus
It
fucking
was
Christ.
unbelievable. I was literally like, fuck. But it was funny because all my college friends were like, oh, there goes Reepa. Like, there goes Sarah bringing in all the weed.
But duh!
But then I
Like,
was
what
like,
are
thank
you
God
bringing to the party?
we just spent so much money on all this bullshit. I ain't throwing this out.
Hey, no
Bowling alley
way.
is a step back.
That's sacrilege. You want to talk about cannabis confessionals? Throwing out weed is sacrilege. It's
I feel
like the fucking nails in the cross, man. You can't do it.
I've never done it. Never thrown out.
No, I've never done it. I don't care how bad it is. You smoke it. You
Like, yeah,
smoke it.
let's take that one last hit
For
outside the
all the people that took the fucking fall, you smoke the shitty weed, even if it's shitty weed. You know, somebody came into the store one time and said, hey, I have about 30 grams of shit that I don't like. Can I bring it in here and exchange it? And I said, no, but you can come in and give it to me,
yeah.
because if you're throwing that out, you shouldn't. Make it into oil, do something with it. Like, there's so many benefits of just infusing it into other things.
There's a store here that will take it back. They're the only store that takes it back. True Leave. True Leave has a return.
That's crazy to me. I've
People take
never
back
heard of that.
nearly smoked, like fully smoked eighths back to True Leave, and they'll just help you find a better product. And they don't want you smoking anything you don't like. And I was like, that's actually really nice.
Wow. I guess when it's medical, yeah.
Repackage
I
it.
mean,
Send
that's
it back.
crazy.
You know, like
Well,
it's
yeah, kind of like retest it and put it back in the bag, you know? Yeah, I agree with you. I
you
don't
know,
think that we should be wasting flour. I don't think that we should be wasting flour. And this is also why I think a free market is so important, right? Because then you have legacy and legal, you know? And I understand that there can be risk in that. And, you know, there's, of course, fucking assholes, but like, you got to at least let up on this regulation here. Like,
I
and these fucking taxes on this regulation is
mean
crazy.
every episode we talk about it.
Yeah, we really do. It's kind of crazy. Okay.
So
Do you
we
have
asked,
another one?
so to our
Okay.
listeners, now you understand what Cannabis Confessionals is like. We
Oh yeah.
asked you guys and you pulled the fuck through. I am very excited to go through
So
these.
some of these have a little bit of a longer story and some of them don't. Um, the first one, and just like super simple, you know, I think that like everybody might think of the confessional as just a place for them to maybe confess their own sins. Somebody on first said, I've never taken a dab, which I think is like not the craziest thing I've ever heard. Like,
Yeah,
if you're
don't be
not
scared.
claiming to be an expert, definitely don't be scared. That shit is really quite incredible, and get ready to have your socks knocked off. But I love dabs personally. That's how I have recently been consuming a lot of my weed, being inside, and it's been so lovely. So yeah, don't worry about never having taken a dab. Like, hopefully you'll get there one day, and you'll realize you never want to go back to anything else. Okay, so next, about 5 years ago, I overdosed on 300 milligram dispo edibles.
I love, yes, that is an overdose.
That is an overdose,
I do like the
absolutely.
verbiage. I do like the verbiage of I overdose.
So they said at first everything was fine. My friends and I were chilling in my room, and it was my birthday. After about an hour and change, I started hallucinating. Cry emoji face. I thought one of my friend's eyes were rolling into the back of her head and started crying and low key panicking internally. I couldn't understand why no one else was freaking out, but that she looked like she was about to pass out. Anyway, in short, my friends were cracking up and telling me I was just high as balls. Yeah, dude,
Oh,
I mean, I think we all been there.
we have. One time I was in New York with my friend Dana and Hannah, who's been on the podcast. And my friend Dana was like, I think I'm swallowing my tongue. She was so high. She kept being like, I think I'm swallowing my tongue. And we're like, you're not. You're okay. And then the funniest reaction that I ever had heard was Hannah goes, you're not swallowing. Like, she was like, I think I'm swallowing my tongue. She said it like a million times. And Hannah goes, all right, well, try to swallow your tongue. Go ahead and try to do it. Go ahead and try to do it. Like, you're not doing it. You're not swallowing your tongue. Like, everything is okay. Just too high, relax. It'll like, wear off eventually. But
Yeah.
she
Listen,
loved
I again,
it.
I thought that I could I thought that I could jump off an 8-story balcony. And I think I've told that story here before, but
I
it's
believe I can fly.
yeah, like you really do. And like we've all been there, but like it's also all internal, because what you don't realize when you're super high like that is that you can't actually move, and you can't actually fathom getting up and doing the thing that, it's just like that's just the way that it works. At
You
least
don't get
that's
a
the way
whole.
that it has worked for me.
I can agree.
Um Once I got so freaking high that I could hear the sea calling me to jump in it.
Me every weekend. Like, I always say I'm Moana and like the sea calls to me. But
Honestly,
I
like,
respect that I'm here with you. Who was that? That was just a person from Instagram.
mm, yeah, somebody from Instagram. Um,
I love the honesty. Like, I like that it's a safe place. Like, I like that people could say,
yeah, well, I also like that, like, it's, again, maybe it's just like a secret that, like, I've, I got, I got a few that were like, I don't actually know how to roll a joint. And I find it so funny that people are in the industry and, yeah, they don't know how to roll joints.
I
At the
can't roll.
very least, like, small, you can roll.
I
It
can
doesn't
roll.
turn out very pretty, but
I mean, I don't know. I think if it was like roll a joint or you die, I think I would die. Like, I have rolled something unsmokable.
really,
Yeah, like a
no.
joint. Something about joints. I talked about it with the Emerald Lounge. Like, I was like, the new wraps I need like a blunt, like an old school game
Yeah,
cigar.
but I mean, I think that rolling blunts counts. Like, okay, so you can't roll
Yeah,
with
I can
like
roll blunts.
standard paper, but you can roll blunts.
I can roll blunts. So I
Yeah,
can roll.
so you can roll something that's smokable.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so then there was there was another cops alleged story. So they start by saying, I've got some alleged hypotheticals over the years, allegedly selling weed before it was legalized. Um, honestly, I think the craziest one that allegedly happened was when I got robbed at gunpoint and tied up in a basement and beaten off.
What? What?
Like, what? Also,
Pause
who's
for
doing
dramatic.
that for weed? Pause
My
for
God,
dramatic effect, but who's doing that for weed?
it's too much. Like, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
If that did happen, I'm sorry that that happened, but I, I'm glad we're not there anymore. You know what? Something to be grateful for.
Same. I agree.
Yeah, yeah, that's where we're at with that.
Like, thanks for reaching out.
Yeah, thanks for telling us, confessing that, and
We'll
I hope somebody pays for that. Unfortunately,
get
we got a really positive one, or what I think was positive, which was 12. What?
I just saw one and it made my jaw drop.
Oh, no way. Okay, so you guys, we also, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll get to those. Um, so another one was 1,200 plus days clean from crack cocaine and IV needles, largely with the help of cannabis, which I think is fucking amazing. Good for you,
hell,
bro.
hell yeah. Like,
Like, that's wonderful.
same, but different. You know, it's
I'm
like this good for him.
same but different. Yeah, dude. Like, and you know what? I'm glad the cannabis can help you that way. That's really, really wonderful. Um, and then there was another one that I'm not going to read the whole story because it's quite long, but essentially somebody decided to make a jar that was worth $500,000 and then made this jar and never sent it to market and never did anything with it. And literally a single jar because it was like a prototype and whatever. And all of the work that it cost $500,000 and nothing ever happened.
It was like a jar of weed.
It was a jar for weed. It didn't even have any weed in it.
Oh my God. It was like house plant on crack.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much what it sounded like. Yeah. It was
Oh
crazy.
my God.
And I was just
Insane.
like, oh my God, this is insane. This industry. But I think people unfortunately make a lot of stupid moves like that, where like you're investing in the wrong thing. You're looking into the wrong thing, you know?
Wrong horse. 100%.
Okay, your turn. You got a couple as well.
So the one that made me drop my like jaw drop was I got so high I accidentally Venmoed my boss $200 instead of my dealer. Like,
Whoa, I also like, what do you tell your boss?
yeah, like I mean, like
Whoops.
again, people you might just be like, I was paying the electric bill to my roommate. I have no idea. I'm thinking that
Oh
if
my
one of my
God.
employees sent me $200, like
$200.
I would think they were buying drugs too.
Exactly. Because
I would
no
just
CEO isn't that smart.
yeah. They've all been there. You can't have these high stress jobs.
Exactly, dude. Not without the drugs. What's another one? Do you have
So
any more? That was all of mine from my Instagram.
I had Emily from Brooklyn write in that my mom found my stash and then smoked it. She moved home, so she gave me the context. I had just moved back home for a bit and had my little stash hidden in an old makeup bag in the back of my dresser. One
Oh
day I came home,
no.
my mom was just chilling on the couch looking unusually relaxed. She casually says, Hey, Em, I found your little relaxation kit and figured I'd give it a try. I was mortified, but then she goes, It's actually pretty nice. Do you have any more? And now my mom's constantly asking me to recommend strains, and she's way more chill than she used to be. So she goes, Honestly, it worked out better than expected.
Fuck yeah. Oh my god, dude, I love that. That's like a funny story turned happy. But
Yeah,
this
like I
is
was
the
like,
thing. I tell that to my parents all the time. I'm like, if you find the right dosage and you're prepared to experiment, you gotta try it. You gotta try it.
You got to try it. I
Yeah,
agree.
100%.
You just have to dabble, just like a little bit.
Yeah, just a little
Talking about,
bit.
we're not talking, the things you're hearing about today are just like they happen, right? Yes, and they're all funny for the most part. We're all laughing and giggling, like these things happen. But if you're really like, when you're listening to this, like listen to it to laugh, but like if you're trying to get cannabis into your life, like you need to start like dip your toe into the
Yeah,
pond,
yeah.
at the end of the day. But
Listen,
when
don't start with edibles. We've been over this, right?
we've been over
Don't
this,
start with edibles. Make sure that you start with smoking. Get a little bowl. Try something CBD dominant. Like,
listen to
take it
this
easy.
podcast, try a lot
Listen
of
to the podcast while you're smoking.
dip your toe in, listen to the podcast. Like we're here to help you and tell you, but like these
Yeah.
things happen, right? And they're hilarious. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's nice for our community to like share these hilarious stories that we all share.
Yeah,
But
I
yes, if
agree.
you're trying weed and you're trying to bring cannabis into your life for as wellness or for anything, definitely start small. So these stories don't happen to you, or you can learn from
Exactly. Well, like you can learn from us. Like, don't do this to yourself. Don't overdose on 300 milligrams. Don't invest
them.
$500,000 in a jar. Get one from the dollar store.
Like,
It's just not
be
worth it, you
sensible.
guys.
It's
Be,
not that serious.
yeah,
Like it's that serious. Just
be a
be
sensible stoner.
like be safe. So
And
then
listen,
I
if you ever have a run in with the cops, make sure that you have somebody that has thick thighs with you.
chill, be yourself. No one knows, right? Go with the mindset that no one knows. Be your best self. Use it as a
Yeah.
harness that high. Harness your high.
Remember, nobody knows but you.
Could be another episode. We'll teach you how to harness your high. I'm going to write it down.
Oh my God, learn to harness your high. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, guys, stay tuned for that episode. That's going to be kind of crazy. I have some really good techniques for that, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll poll the audience, see how they feel. But I kind of would like to do it
Oh,
like that.
yeah, I think that would be really wonderful. How to harness your high. Oh
Yeah,
my
I kind
gosh.
of
Yeah, dude.
adding
Well,
it.
listen, thank you to everybody for tuning in to Cannabis Confessional. I feel like now this is going to be a question that we're going to have to ask our guests for sure of like, confess for your sins or confess to your embarrassment.
Or just like tell us your stories. We want to hear them. Like it's like
Yeah.
all these funny, stupid stories where you're just trying to live your life. And
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, weed is like either with you or you don't know it's with you or it shouldn't be with you wherever you are, but it is,
Mm-hmm.
like, or like, stories of like people doing crazy things, these types of confessionals. I love it.
All of
So
the above, dude.
the best.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I love it. And I love your sweater.
Cop yourself one pop podcast with the our recording collaboration with Elegant Stoner. Merch. We also have the art recording hoodie and beanie available.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we do. We could get a little beanie too. That would be cute.
Yeah.
Oh, all righty,
All right.
everybody. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for coming, Cannabis Confessionals. Bye.
Bye.